Get into it, Coach Colin here. This is so ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's like this guy doesn't want to be mayor anymore. It's almost like he knows and he's just like, whatever, I'll just do whatever I want. Whatever, they're voting me out either way. So I might as well get all the things I want. If you don't know who I'm talking about Chicago's mayor. His name's Brandon Johnson. He's a young guy, and a lot of people thought he was going to do the right thing by the natives of Chicago, by the people who have lived there for so long, who make the communities, who keep the economy going, the people who put him in office. They really thought he was going to do right by them, and recently he did this. Dem Mayor defends spending campaign funds on makeup as supporting black and brown owned businesses. Spent $4,000 at a hair salon, over $20,000 at a makeup shop. What are you talking about? What is he saying right now? I'm going to show you a little bit of this article, but then we're going to actually hear from him himself because he defends it. Oh, man, it's just so wild. Let's check this part out. The Johnson's campaign spent $4,000 at a hair salon, over $20,000 on makeup at a makeup shop, with campaign expense reports showing 42 separate expenditures to Makeup Magic by Johnson's campaign. Johnson responded to the reports by noting that his campaign committee spent money on a number of things during a conference on Wednesday. Absolutely ridiculous. We got a quote here from him, but you know what? Forget the quote. Let's just hear him defend this. Actually defend this. Man, just one time. Why don't these guys just apologize? Just be like, sorry, I thought nobody was watching, and I spent a bunch of money on things. What he's about to do is Justin Trudeau, Gavin Newsom level of just pushing aside the actual issue, just gaslighting, just mental gymnastics. It's incredible. Listen to this.
I think it's always appropriate to make sure that we're investing in small businesses, especially minority-owned, black-owned, women-owned businesses. Our campaign spends money on food. We support black and brown-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, printing. There are a number of things that my campaign spends dollars on. And I'm so committed to supporting small businesses that even as mayor, just made another announcement of another $35 million available for small businesses. That's important to people, that we lift up, small businesses that, in particular, that don't always get the attention and support that they deserve. And so we're going to continue to do that as a city, and we'll make sure that, I encourage all of you in this room, support small businesses. Go get your hair and makeup done by black people in particular. Thank you. Look, if you're asking me to respond to someone's opinion, I'm not going to do that, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If they don't believe it's a good use to support small businesses, black and brown businesses, that's something that they have to deal with when they meet their maker. As far as I'm concerned, it's always a good practice to make sure that we are promoting small businesses, particularly minority-owned businesses, with a variety of services, whether it's spaces that we utilize, whether it's vendors that we utilize for food or printing or any other aspect that's important to, our overall presentation. I guess just as a different perspective that I guess whoever these election attorneys are, I don't know any of them that you're referring to, but I always believe it's a good idea to support and invest in small businesses.
And who else?
Yeah, well, again, I think the most important thing here is that, we are in a position as a political committee to make sure that whomever we are investing in, whether they are providing hair, makeup, food, or any other service to our campaign, that we are working within the framework of the law.
Oh, man, that is incredible. The part where he said, hey, if you don't spend $30,000 on hair and makeup, That's something you're going to have to deal with when you meet your mate. You're taking money from people in Chicago who need it so badly. This guy, if you don't know, this guy has already taken, I think it was 51 to 53 million dollars out of an opioid fund that was meant to help families who have people who have succumbed to opioids. You know, so if somebody, say their son overdoses in their apartment, you help get that person a new apartment with this money. And also just helping fight it and help fight people getting addicted and just help that whole epidemic that's happening. He takes 50 some odd million dollars out of that, gives it to the illegal immigrants, then before putting it back announces that he's going to take another 70 million, put it into illegal immigrants. This guy is absolutely unhinged. Unhinged behavior. Calmly unhinged behavior. For him to think that it makes sense after doing all that to the people of Chicago, knowing how mad they are, because there's been many conferences that you can find where people are yelling at this guy. And he's just like, yeah, you know, it's $4,000 at a hair salon. Look at his hair. What happened there? That's $4,000. What happened? So, well, they do the beard too. So when they do that, you see how round it is? I actually have a pointy chin. They made it real round. So, you know, and they just make sure it all fades in properly. So you see at the top, it's black. Then it kind of goes gray a little bit. Then it's completely gray. Yeah, they did that for me. Cost $4,000. What? Hey, man, what are you talking about? And then makeup. Bro, are you wearing makeup? What's going on? Was it her? Is it her? She gets the makeup? Who gets the makeup, man? Who did it? Who gets all this stuff? What are you doing? He's pretty much the only person that's in the public eye in his whole camp of people. What are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, you know what? We get food too. Oh God, please don't tell us the food bill, sir. How much is the food bill? He's like, we spent $74,000 on In-N-Out and Whataburger. We actually flew down to Texas and because we like it from Texas because they do it the best. So we flew down to Texas. We got $40,000 worth of Whataburger. Went back on the plane. Turned out we forgot ketchup. Got on the plane again. Went back to get ketchup. What? And then the fact that he makes it about he's not helping black people. Black people have made this so clear in Chicago that he's not helping them. And then throws it on them. He's like, hey, I support black businesses. As you say, I'm supporting black people. Bro, give them the money back to their opioid fund and stop investing into illegal immigrants so vigorously like you are. That's how you can help them. Not you're dropping things that you want. You're dropping money on things that you want. Money that's theirs. And you already took 50 million. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Absolutely amazing that this guy is still in office. If there was a way to expedite somebody being out of office, which I think there is, they need to do that immediately. Chicago needs to go to every person on a local government level and say, you need to take the steps to take this guy out of office because he is terrible, man. Terrible. I remember the first time I saw his behavior, the first thing I did, I was like, oh, World Economic Forum, Brandon Johnson. I'm like, for sure it's going to pop up. This guy acting like this, I'm like, for sure this guy's in the World Economic Forum. Not there. I'm like, oh, he's just doing this on his own. Oh, he just likes to be like this. I was like, wow. I was so shocked. I was like, for sure I'm going to find a picture of him and Klaus Schwab. They're going to be hugging. They're going to be hugging and laughing. Of course, that's what I'm going to see. Nope. These are his ideas. Oh, man. Again, the level of gaslighting. Trying to almost shame the people who are questioning him. Oh, well, you know, that's just something you have to deal with when you meet your maker. Because I'm doing God's work here. When I go to the salon and I spend $4,000 on me and the girls, oh, I'm doing God's work. Oh, when we hit up the makeup shop and we all get blush and foundation and lip gloss, oh, I'm doing God's work. If you're not willing to do that, oh, well, you're going to have to take that up. Maybe you won't get in heaven because you. Oh my gosh. And then you talk to people and they're like, what do you mean? There's nothing wrong with the Democrat run cities. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with the Democrat run cities. They have a mask on.
What are you talking about? I never seen anything wrong with the Democrat run cities. Huh? What'd you say? You can't hear me?
Pass out from wearing a mask for too long. Oh my gosh. Well, I just wanted to bring you that story real quick. That's what Brandon Johnson's doing. Can't wait to see the next mayor because it cannot be him. It can't be. There's no way. There's no way that's going to happen. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, helps the channel tremendously. And other than that, I'm out.